Stop blaming your age for weak erections. The truth is, it's not the candles on your birthday cake that are slowing you down. The real problem might be sitting right on your breakfast plate, what you ate just 10 minutes after waking up. There's a breakfast trap that 9 out of 10 men over 60 fall into every single day, and it's quietly choking off circulation where it matters most without them even realizing it. Most men don't know their first meal can either supercharge blood flow to the groin or slowly shut it down. Even more surprising, many are missing out on one simple food that could flip the switch and change everything. But first, please like the video. The more people like it, the more YouTube will distribute it to people who don't have access to doctors or hospitals. Also, please share the video with your friends and family. Many lives can be saved with your help, so share it. My name is Dr. Georgia, a men's health specialist, and for over 3 decades I've uncovered not only this hidden trap, but also the key to breaking free from it. Here's the honest truth. Your body is begging to restore circulation downstairs, but it can only do that if you give it the right tools. And those tools don't come in a pill bottle or a pricey prescription, no matter what the billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry wants you to believe. They're in 5 very specific, everyday foods you already know, but probably never realized could work like rocket fuel for your masculine circulation. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use them. You'll discover how 5 simple morning ingredients can revive blood flow, rebuild pelvic muscle tissue, and lift your confidence without the nasty side effects of medication. Stick with me until the end, because food number 3 has men feeling a difference in less than a week. Let's jump in. Before we dive into the first food, I want to say this. If you're serious about reclaiming your vitality and reigniting blood flow where it counts, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the bell. That way you'll never miss another life-changing tip designed especially for men over 60. And if what I'm saying hits home, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I read every response, and your feedback helps me create content that speaks directly to your needs. All right, let's begin with the first food. Chances are, it's already sitting in your fridge, ignored for years. It's familiar, humble, but when eaten at the right time, it can pump up circulation and kickstart muscle repair in the area that matters most. I'm talking about whole eggs, nature's most complete nutritional powerhouse for restoring blood flow after 60. I've lost count of the men who've sat in front of me, frustrated, embarrassed, and confused about why things downstairs just don't work the way they used to. Almost every time I ask about breakfast, I hear the same answer. Doctor, Georgia, I just drink coffee in the morning, maybe nibble a slice of bread if I feel like it. What they don't realize is that especially at this age, the body wakes up starving for specific nutrients. And one of the richest, most effective sources of those nutrients has been sitting in their fridge all along: whole eggs. I know eggs have been unfairly demonized in the past, cholesterol myths, old science, outdated fears. But let me be clear, if you're a man over 60 and you're not eating whole eggs regularly, you're overlooking one of the most powerful tools nature ever gave you to restore blood flow and strength to your lower body. The secret is in the yolk. That golden center is packed with vitamin D, B12, choline, and leucine, a muscle-repairing amino acid that works deep in the pelvic floor. These are the same muscles that support strong erections, control urinary flow, and help keep you steady on your feet every single day. When blood flow slows with age, these muscles are often the first to suffer. But when you fuel them properly, especially first thing in the morning, the body responds. You feel steadier, less cramping or numbness, and yes, you start feeling more confident in those intimate moments. Not because of a magic pill, but because real blood is flowing again. If you think this is just theory, let me tell you Richard's story. At 67, Richard sat across from me completely discouraged. With the heavy voice of a man who'd given up, he said, "Doctor? Georgia, it's been over 2 years. The factory's closed. I wake up and nothing happens anymore." He believed age had beaten him, I looked him in the eye and said exactly what I'm telling you now. Richard, forget everything else. For 4 weeks, start your day with 2 whole eggs. Boiled, scrambled, it doesn't matter. Just do it. He almost laughed in my face. You could see he thought it was nonsense. Less than a month later, my phone rang. It was Richard. His voice was different, almost youthful, and he said, practically shouting in disbelief, "Doc, I don't know what you did, but I woke up today feeling 40 again." But the story didn't end there. His confidence came rushing back so strongly, he insisted on showing me the change in his demeanor. He even sent me a video message. Richard looked into the camera and said, "Doctor, Georgia, when you told me to eat 2 eggs every morning, I was skeptical. At 67, I thought it was over. No energy, nothing working, just figured it was normal. But I stuck with it. A month later, I woke up feeling 40 again. You can't imagine what that feels like. It's more than physical. It's the confidence. It's feeling like a man again. Who knew the secret was in my fridge the whole time? From the bottom of my heart, thank you." Number 2, oatmeal with chia seeds, the artery cleaner. Every time an older gentleman walks into my office complaining about poor circulation, weak erections, or that heavy, dragging feeling in the lower body, I don't just ask about medications, I always ask about breakfast. And far too often, breakfast is either skipped entirely or replaced with a sugar bomb of empty carbs. What I recommend instead might sound almost too simple to take seriously, but trust me, a warm bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds has transformed more lives than most men could ever imagine. Oatmeal on its own is a powerful ally for aging arteries. It's loaded with a special fiber called beta-glucan, which not only lowers cholesterol, but scrubs and cleans the lining of blood vessels. That means more oxygen-rich blood can actually reach the critical areas. Yes, including your pelvis and groin. For men over 60, this type of circulation support isn't just helpful, it's absolutely essential. Now, when you add chia seeds, something remarkable happens. These tiny black seeds are bursting with omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and potassium, nutrients that tell your blood vessels to relax, calm inflammation, and open up for smoother, stronger blood flow. It's not just good for your heart. It directly impacts your ability to achieve and sustain healthy erections. I remember one gentleman named Henry. After retiring, he told me his body just seemed to shut down. Low energy, trouble climbing stairs, intimacy fading into memory. I convinced him to swap out his sugary cereal for oatmeal topped with chia seeds, blueberries, and a dash of cinnamon. 2 weeks later, his legs felt lighter. A month in, he was sleeping deeper, waking up with more energy, and noticing benefits both inside and outside the bedroom. He laughed and said, "Doc, I never thought a bowl of oatmeal could do this." But it did. The truth is simple. What you put in your body first thing in the morning sets the tone for blood flow all day long. This one change signals to your arteries that it's safe to open up, time to nourish your muscles and nerves, and time to feel like a man again. Before we move to number 3, let me pause to ask, tell me in the comments which city and country you're watching from. I love making that personal connection with you all. Now, let's talk about food number 3. Watermelon, the bedroom fruit. I still remember the laugh my friend Bill gave me when I told him to start eating watermelon in the mornings. He grinned and said, "Doc, isn't that just a summer picnic snack?" What he didn't realize, and what most men don't, is that watermelon is one of nature's most underrated weapons for restoring blood flow, especially where it matters most. Watermelon is rich in an amino acid called L-citrulline, which the body turns into L-arginine, and that boosts nitric oxide, the same compound that expands blood vessels and increases circulation to your groin. It's the very same biological pathway triggered by popular erectile dysfunction drugs, but here you're fueling it naturally with food instead of chemicals. And here's the kicker, it works fast. I've had patients tell me they started feeling more sensitivity and stronger morning erections within a single week of adding watermelon into their mornings. Bill called me just 2 weeks later and joked, "I don't know if it's the watermelon or the fact that I finally started eating breakfast, but something's definitely waking up downstairs." We both laughed, but he wasn't imagining things. The citrulline was doing its job, opening up those vessels and bringing new vitality back to his body. Here's the best way to get results. Eat watermelon on an empty stomach or right before your main breakfast. Just a couple of slices will do, and don't throw away the white rind. That's where the highest concentration of citrulline hides. Blend it into a smoothie or chew it lightly. It may not be sweet, but your circulation will thank you. If you've been searching for a natural way to feel more alive, energized, and strong downstairs, watermelon may be one of the easiest, most refreshing secrets you've been overlooking. Number 4, steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the circulation stabilizer. Of all the recommendations I've given through the years, this is the one that always gets the most surprised looks. Sweet potatoes? For circulation? But once you understand how your body works in those first minutes after waking up, it makes perfect sense. Your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even your penis, are running on empty after hours without food. Your blood vessels are craving minerals. Your muscles need glycogen. And your nervous system is desperate for balance. Half a steamed sweet potato sprinkled with just a pinch of unrefined Celtic sea salt can be the morning stabilizer your entire lower body has been waiting for. Sweet potatoes are packed with complex carbohydrates that don't spike your blood sugar, but give your muscles the steady, clean energy they need to function smoothly. Add Celtic salt, an unrefined salt loaded with over 80 essential minerals, and suddenly your body has the tools it needs to hold on to hydration, regulate nerve impulses, and maintain healthy blood pressure without the crash. Those minerals help with muscle contractions, circulation, and keeping nerve sensitivity sharp, which often fades with age if ignored. I had a patient, Thomas, age 70, who told me he woke up every morning with heavy, numb legs and a nagging ache in his groin. He'd tried stretches, massages, even prescriptions. Nothing helped. I suggested something so simple he almost laughed. Before his usual breakfast, try half a steamed sweet potato with a glass of warm water and a dash of mineral salt. 3 days later, he called me, almost shocked, and said, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but my legs feel lighter and I'm not clinging to the nightstand just to get out of bed anymore." That's the quiet power of starting the day with real food, something your body recognizes, something that restores balance from the inside out. Sweet potatoes may look humble, but eaten this way, they work quietly and powerfully to restore circulation, balance minerals, and energize every step you take. Now I need to pause here because this is critically important. While this video gives you the what, I also want to share a resource that explains the why and offers a powerful, natural solution. It's a presentation I believe is essential for any man concerned about his sexual health. It reveals a surprisingly simple 60-second home remedy based on new science, pointing to the true root cause of many male performance problems. It's not about covering up symptoms. It's about a 100% natural way to restore youthful hardness and stamina. I strongly encourage you to watch it. I'll leave the direct link in the pinned comment below this video. Go ahead and open that link in a new tab so you can watch it right after this. Number 5. What you need to do today, starting right now. If you've made it this far, that tells me something important. You care. You're not just drifting through this stage of life, letting your body decline. You're still in the fight, and the good news is, you now have tools. But tools mean nothing if they sit in the drawer. Real change begins the moment you decide to act today, not tomorrow. Start small. Tomorrow morning, commit to just one of the 5 foods we talked about. Maybe it's 2 whole eggs with the yolk. Maybe it's a warm bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds and cinnamon. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to start. Because what you eat in the first hour after waking is one of the most powerful choices you can make for your circulation, your confidence, And your independence. No more skipping breakfast. No more waiting until you're starving, exhausted, or already behind on the day. Give your body what it's asking for when it needs it most. This is the moment when your blood vessels are most open to nutrients, when your muscles are primed to receive fuel, when you can finally break the cycle of decline and start rebuilding what time tried to take away. You may not notice dramatic changes overnight, but stay consistent. In just days, you could feel more energy in your legs, more warmth in your groin, more strength in your steps, and more response where it truly matters. You could sleep better. You could wake up feeling something you haven't felt in a long time, hope. And if you're worried it's too late, I can promise you it isn't. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even late 80s completely transform their energy, intimacy, and vitality by simply making this one decision: to start. So here's the real question. Will you take that first step tomorrow morning? Or will you let another day pass, waiting for something to magically change on its own? If there's one thing I've learned in decades of helping older men, it's this: aging doesn't steal your strength. It only takes what you're willing to surrender. And most of the time, what we surrender isn't our body. It's the belief that change is possible. But I'm here to remind you, it absolutely is. Now you know about 5 powerful morning foods: whole eggs, oatmeal with chia seeds, watermelon, and sweet potatoes with Celtic salt, that can restore blood flow, sharpen muscle sensitivity, and bring life back to parts of your body that may have felt distant for far too long. These aren't gimmicks. They're real foods that speak directly to your biology. And now you also understand exactly when and how to eat them for the maximum impact. You recognize that the way you spend your very first waking hour sets the stage for everything else: your vitality, your confidence, even your relationships. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to begin, reclaim your mornings, let your food fight for you. Every bite can be a powerful statement that you're still writing your story. This isn't the end, far from it. Your next act begins at breakfast, and it starts with your choice to try. If this video opened your eyes in any way, do me a favor. Click the like button so more men can find this message. Share it with a friend, a brother, a father, someone who needs to hear this truth. And of course, subscribe so you don't miss more straightforward, no-nonsense health tips like this. Now I want to hear from you. If you found this valuable, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I can serve you better. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next.